Good morning, all. Today we shall discuss about the topic in the subject pc5, that is curriculum design and development, change and innovation in curriculum. So, myself, I am Rajpreeta, doing my second MF in NKT National College of Education for Women, and my topic is regarding the curriculum design and the development and innovation curriculum. So the main objectives of our curriculum is of our topic is to define curriculum change and curriculum innovation, identify the dimensions on curriculum innovation, and identify and discuss models that explain how changes takes place and explain factors that influence the planning and executing the change and innovation in the curriculum. So before going into the topic, let us see what is the definition of innovation of curriculum. A curriculum innovation is a modification of what was existing before the development of the idea, practices, beliefs that are fundamentally new. Innovations and change as different processes change in an ongoing, almost unconscious process that involves revoking familiar elements into new relationship. Innovation is a built intervention which results in the development of ideas, practice, or beliefs that are fundamentally new. So the differences between innovation and change: innovation, new curriculum, teaching the subjects in a new way. Now, let us see the factors influencing the change in the curriculum. The following are the factors affecting curriculum change that we are hypothesis of significance: influential or outspoken individuals, financial pressures, including resource availability, staff availability, and workload, employer or industry viewpoints, current and prospective student viewpoints, student abilities or limitations or intake consideration, pedagogical argument or academic merit, university or government requirement of regulations, and influential or outspoken individuals. Influential individuals explain the key factors for explaining the change with their departments. The first factor initiating change, they write is strong leadership accepted by the academic staff. The key characteristics of such leadership is to have the capacity to attract our academic staff to rally behind principled education objectives that are supported within the environment. And the financial pressures, staffing issues, and the employer and the industrial viewpoints and student viewpoints, student abilities. These are the various factors which are affect the curriculum. So moving into the financial pressures, cost is the main thing of the financial pressure. Cost pressures can influence issues other than staff ratios. For example, a department or a school might not be able to afford a site instance for some software that students should perhaps experience and so teach it at arm's length and lectures. Similarly, a department may constantly allocate their oldest commuting facilities for undergraduate use. The might make it different hard to run the most recent versions of software or to assign project work of the desired complexities. Next, the staffing issues. The staff shortages can mean that we narrow the range of the subject offered. One of the perennial decisions we faced is the best summarized as this: we identify a clear area of computer science that we do not cover and probably should start taking about a new subject. Next, the employer and the new viewpoints, industry viewpoints. While the profession bodies ultimately reflect employer and industry explanations, these pressures are also sometimes directly exerted, and many departments and schools have industry advisor committee to allow a timely flow of such advice and suggestions. Students often assert that we are not customers, nevertheless, the customer is one spending the dollar and can sway decisions. Next, students' abilities. It is that ideal world, and our programs would be dedicated by our desires to create graduates of their highest possible caliber, and we capable of sourcing the correct raw material in sufficient quantity. Perhaps we should achieve the goal. Next, the dimensions of the curriculum change. And there are lots in this, and the context of the curriculum change, innovation strategies, and the models of the curriculum change and innovations. And there are models, the research development and diffusion model, problem solving module, and social interaction module, planning and executing the change, and instructing the curriculum. So these are the various strategies and models of the curriculum change and innovation. So in order for the change and innovations to succeed, the strategies for implementing the curriculum must be considered carefully. A strategy of innovation refers to the planned procedure and techniques employed in the quest for this change. Participative problem solving. The strategy focus on the users, their needs, and how they satisfy these needs. The system identifies and the solution and implements the solution. It is satisfactory. The emphasis is on local initiative. Planned linkage. In this model, the intermediate agencies such as schools bring together the user of the innovation. So the social interactive model. In this model, change proceeds or diffuses through formal or informal contacts between interacting social groups. It is based on the following: the awareness of the innovation, interest in the innovation, adoption of the permanent use, and the planning and the executing change. The change agent. In your situation, the change agents include teachers, school heads, local authorities, or the ministries of education. The agent initiative the innovation or curriculum change in general. The innovation thus involves executing the change itself, that is putting it into the use or operation. The use system that relates to the person or group of people at which the innovation is to direct time, and the innovation is a social process which takes place over a period of time. So these are the various models. Next, conclusion. So innovation is a time-bound phenomena, and change is always constrained by socio-cultural factors, individual psychological profiles, and the attributes that potential adopters perceive a given innovation to possess. The curriculum innovation is a managed process of development whose principal products are teaching and or testing materials, methodological skills, and pedagogical values that are perceived as a new by potential adopters. Change in the teaching and materials, change skills, and pedagogical values constitute our core dimensions of teaching and learning. So thank you. I gave just an overall view about the various curriculum and innovations in education. Thank you for listening. Thank you all.